Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, I'm up sipping my tea. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me this early. As you guys can hear, my voice is still asleep just a bit, but we're here early, you guys. I kept saying, Cameron, we keep missing you in the morning. Well, y'all know I'm traveling and I'm on vacation and all of that. So I said, let me get an early morning video in so that you guys can hear from me. So thank y'all for joining the live. It is Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday on your way to work, getting your coffee and your tea and getting where you need to be. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning, Erica Rogers. Good morning, everyone. Mary White, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for coming on over. Laura Eden, good morning. Hi. Good morning. I'm still waking up, y'all. I'm still waking up. Playtime. Hey, hi. I'm still waking up. I'm over here sipping my tea so I can fully wake up and open my eyes. Joyce McLean. Good morning. Beer Dockery. I see you, Immaculate Davis. Good morning. Good morning. Say Grand Rising. CR Grand Rising. Miss Immaculate Davis. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get into our show. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I hope you guys are feeling blessed this morning and not stressed. I'm feeling blessed this morning. Of course, not stressed. I'm not letting anything stress me out. I am doing well. I'm on vacation. I'm turning up. I'm tired as hell. But we are up this morning. Lisa's World, good morning. Denise Slay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Delilah T, good morning. Laura Eden, good morning. Let's jump on into the show because I know you guys have things to do. Somebody got paid today. It's Friday. Somebody got their check. Somebody woke up and looked in their account and they got a little money going on. So that's what it is. Blessings to everyone this morning. Okay. Shirley Bishop, good morning, dear. KBR, good morning. She said, what the hell? Yes, honey, it's early, but we are up at 7:30. Okay, we're getting it in early. Somebody said, enjoy your vacation. I am, y'all. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm so damn tired. But I'm up because I got something that I need to do this morning. So I said, let me go ahead and squeeze my video in. Girl, okay. Yes, 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 yes. So good morning. Said, oh, you early this morning? Yes, no filter fine. I am up early. So yes, let's get into the video. Okay. Let's get into it. Um, Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Y'all pardon me for not being on camera because I am still in my PJs. Y'all know I don't go camera. I don't go on live or on camera with my PJs on. I don't do that. But it's me, it's Caramel. Y'all can hear me. It's me. All right. Let's get into the show. We don't have a very, very long show. So it's kind of like a morning pop in because I still wanted to be able to connect. Let's get into it because we got some topics that I wanted to run through. Okay. All right, let's go. First topic, honey. So for those of you who are Braxton Family Values watchers, they are getting ready to come back with their new season. So there is a trailer out there, okay? They'll be back this fall, according to what it's saying here. The return will be this fall, all right, for the Braxtons. So it said that there is no place like home. Let's go ahead and get into the trailer. I have to play and stop, okay? Y'all bear with me.
This fall, the Braxtons return.
You're welcome. We're back. Come on, let's do it. Let's turn it up.
Bigger.
You are the living legend, Toni Braxton. I'm getting married.
Bolder.
Hey, this is Tamar 2.0.
Braxton.
Let's do this. Don't with Toni Braxton.
The Braxtons, the all-new season coming this October to WeTV and All Black.
So I did hear that Toni and Tamar, they're going to have like a big blow up where Toni is, as you guys just saw, Toni is going to jump up in Tamar's face because y'all know Tamar's mouth is so fucking reckless. Like she is just teen too much. Tamar make anybody want to slap her ass. And not that I promote violence, but baby, sometimes you just gotta, okay. But Tamar and Toni, they're going to have a blow up to where it's going to be like an altercation. Y'all remember what rest in peace to Tracy. When Tracy was here, honey, Tracy had to snap off on her ass and had to snap off on Tamar's ass and let her know, stop talking crazy, stop talking reckless. So it looks like it's trickled down to where Toni's now have to check Tamar's ass as well, okay? Here's the scene. I think it is right here. They're saying, how did he get to this point? Let's go. You see that? What Toni got up in her face? But Tamar's talking crazy, and Toni jumped up on her ass. I don't know why people be thinking because Toni is this sultry R&B singer, and she don't look like she will snap on your ass. I've seen videos. Toni got a little hood in her. Okay, keep in mind she is married to Birdman. Okay, she's married to rapper Birdman, but Toni got a little hood in her. Toni be riding around in her car rapping. She be knowing every rap lyric. Toni got a little G up in her, so don't be getting all don't get it twisted because she be singing all this unbreak my heart bullshit. Toni look like she'll check your ass if she needs to. Okay, she got that real soft, low voice, but Toni got a little hood up in her. So I don't know why Tamar thinks she can keep trying people, but Toni gonna be the one to get her ass together. But let's move on, child. Anybody gonna be watching the show? Braxton's Family Values. I watch because I do like them. I've watched them from day one. So, of course, I will be tuning in, and I hope you guys will as well. Okay, let's continue. What y'all talking about in the chat? Hey, it is Friday. Thank y'all, though. Thank y'all for coming over. All right, so this person here gets on my damn nerves. Rashida, I think she does way too much. She is declaring that Kirk's side piece who had the baby, Ariane Jr. Okay, I call her Ariane Jr. because she reminds me of her. Now, Kirk's baby mama, the girl who cheated with Kirk and had a whole baby. Her name is Jasmine. Rashida is admitting that she let Kirk's former side chick and baby mama stay with them in their vacation house. Now, I don't know, is Rashida getting comfortable in this situation? Or is this like a three-way action type of thing? Because she is way too comfortable having this girl around. Okay. At one point she was saying, oh yes, let her son come and live with us. And I was just like, child, my mentality would be like Melody Cherie. I don't want no fucking parts of it. Like, get this side piece. Matter of fact, you go with her and get the hell on. All right. You ain't staying in no guest house. You ain't staying in no spare room. You ain't sleeping on no couch. You ain't doing none of that. Don't even ask me for a fucking cup of water. That's how I feel. But Rashida, honey, declares here in this scene here that she is allowing Kirk's baby mama side piece, who done went out here and had a baby by him and is alleged to be getting ready to have another. Okay. Stay in their guest home. Let's get in this.
Ended up coming and had nowhere to stay. I told you she wanted to. She is not getting none of this good cool cat, baby. I know she wanted it.
Girl, what?
So, well, you know the way our house is set up in Bahamas, that the other side is separate.
No, don't tell me she stayed there.
Now, I ain't gonna say me and Jasmine is my besties, but at the end of the day, it turned out really good for Cannon. He needs to see a beautiful, healthy family dynamic.
She stayed in your house?
On the other side, bitch, where you're locked in and you can't come in my side unless I open the door. She ended up coming.
Fuck that. Okay, the bitch better go to Motel 600 and they keep the light on for you. No, ma'am. There are hotels. You won't stay under this roof. I don't give a damn if you can't get in. As slick as Kirk ass is, he done knocked this girl up and you feel comfortable enough to let her stay under your roof. I don't give a hot damn if you do got to unlock the door. Bitches desperate like that know how to pick a lock. Okay, the bitch probably flew in with a good hairpin in her hair, and she know how to put that bitch in a lock and unlock it and come over there and be grinding up on your man. Hell, she already got a baby by him. She is about the dumbest person I've ever seen when it comes to being a woman. Girl, who raised you? Miss Shirlene. Y'all know her mama's Miss Shirlene, honey. Miss Shirlene, I don't know what the hell she did with you. But baby, you are desperate, and Kirk must have a schlong of gold if Rashida continues to stay in that bullshit and allow him to disrespect her on national television, all national television, and anywhere else. Like, this man done stepped out and had a whole child on you, and you continue to stay with him. And then in the little promo for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, here she is doing this weak ass rap talking about some she ain't never leaving Kirk. Okay, you can say what you want. I ain't never leaving Kirk on some stupid shit like that. I'm like, girl, stay with him. Don't nobody else want Kirk but you. No one else wants Kirk but you. Okay, and maybe his baby mama. But I don't know. Rashida, baby, stay with Kirk and allow him to keep disrespecting you. I could not. But okay, y'all can put in chat what y'all think. Well, her non-rapping self. She sounds like she's reading it off of paper. Let's move along, child. Speaking of rappers, I told you guys a couple weeks ago that Jeezy, the rapper Jeezy, y'all know he has a child, excuse me, with Jeannie Mai. Okay, from the show, is it The Real? I think it is. So Jeannie shares her thoughts on being away from their daughter as she co-parents with Jeezy. Jeezy most recently got custody, you guys, of he and Jeannie Mai's daughter. Now, how he did that, I don't know, because, you know, to take a child from a mother, you have to be able to deem her as unfit. So I don't know how the hell Jeezy got this baby, but Jeannie is now speaking out about she missed her baby, okay? Because before, she would be on, you know, on Instagram doing videos and sharing pictures of their child. So now that the baby's with Jeezy, she's reminiscing about how she misses her baby. I don't know how he took that baby from her. But anyway, so she says every time Coco is with her other home, she says I take this time for me. She said that this is what co-parenting looks like. She said the heart split in two places, but still learning how to beat fully. But she says it's harder than I ever imagined, loving her so much, but loving her from far away. She says that there's no guidebook for this part of motherhood. All right, let's see. That's beautiful wherever she is, child. That's beautiful. Like Spain or somewhere. Okay. All right, so she said, this time alone reminds me that I'm not just a mom, that I'm a woman who dreams, who laughs, who lives, and she deserves to see that woman fully alive. So she's talking about her baby. She says, I sit here and I let the, Aki be what it is. She says that missing her is part of the job, but so is filling myself back up so that I have more love to give when she runs back to me. She goes on to say that, so I collect little joys, a Hugo spritz, a warm sunbeam, a splash into the Mediterranean Sea. She said, because this joy will be hers too when she feels it radiant through me. So she's reminiscing about her baby. As I told you guys, Jeezy has taken full custody of their daughter. She said to every mother sharing their child, this is your reminder. She says your happiness is not separate from theirs. When you shine, they feel it too. All right. So she's, I guess, putting out some affirmations for anybody who is a mother and how difficult it is being away from your child. Y'all know that she and Jeezy have had some real tense moments to where she sued him and she came after him, pulled up to his house, talking about she came to get her stuff. After he threw it in his garage at his home, he would not allow her in his home to get her stuff because he put it all in the garage. She was talking about how rats came through and was eating up her things. But my thing is, and I said it before, you can't leave your stuff at a person's house for over a year and to get mad because they put it out in the garage. He don't want you in his home. And then if rats do get it or whatever, it's your fault because you left it for over a year. He could have charged you, storage fees because you didn't come and get your things. It was understood you and him were not together anymore. You wanted it, he wanted a divorce because you did not want to comply with what he was asking as far as a home between you and him as husband and wife. You wanted to move your entire family in. He didn't want that. She moved her mom in, her dad in, and her brother, and he didn't like it. She was having parties when he would go on the road. He didn't want that. So he decided to, get a divorce. And then she just started screenshotting from cameras and stuff inside the home, saying he had weapons there when he had those same weapons when you lived with him and was married. You were enamored with being with a rapper, a bad boy. And then as soon as things went left, you want to start taking pictures and saying, oh, he's dangerous to be around our child. This is the same person that you wanted to marry and that you were dating and out here getting tattoos with and wanted to have a child with, knowing that he had weapons and maybe smoked a little herb or whatever and drank and all these other things that she said was such a problem after he filed to divorce her. So weird. Now you put yourself in a position to where this man is gone and taking full custody of your daughter. He didn't do that to any of his other baby mamas, which I find to be so crazy because two of his other baby mamas were saying he wasn't even taking care of those kids. And then you come along knowing he's got other kids that he wasn't taking care of. Baby mamas is coming after him. And then you lay down and get married and have a baby with him. And now he done took your baby. and you sitting beside the damn beach writing a whole novel about how you miss your child, girl, if you don't get your life, and see, you should have stayed your ass with Freddie. Y'all remember she was married to the white guy, Freddie. Obviously, Freddie wasn't enough for her. Freddie done moved on, got married, got a baby, and got I think another one on the way with his new wife. And now you sitting here alone, looking crazy. You ain't got no man, and you done lost your child over a nigga who you thought was better than what you had at home. Okay, yeah. She went on and on about, oh, Blackpink this, Blackpink that, and look at what the damn Blackpink did to you. Know, ran out here and got a nigga who done pulled a you on you, and that shit don't feel good. It don't feel good. And I don't know how Jeezy, I don't know how he did it, went down to the court and took your baby from you, but it might speak volumes with you, because you got to be an unfit mom for a man to take your child. So it's some shit that he found on you where he could run to them courts down there and and snatch your baby from you. And I don't recommend that, because I feel like every child deserves their mom if she's fit. Let me say it that way, because we got some mamas out there that's unfit, that should not have kids, shouldn't even look at a child, let alone raise one. But if he was able to go into a court of law and submit documents or something to say that you were not a fit mother, then that speaks volumes about you, Jeannie Mai. You might need to change some things up about you, ma'am, have some self-reflection and be a better person, okay? Because a nigga like Jeezy, a street nigga, can go in court and take your child. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on, though. Let's move on. Yeah, you gotta be a trash ass mama for a nigga to go in, especially a rap nigga who done had charges and be in and out of jail as well. Okay, the nigga done already said he used to sell that snow on the street. He used to keep that weight on him, and you let a nigga like that take your baby, girl. Get the fuck out of here. All right, let's move on. All right, so you guys remember the CEO and his side piece that got caught at a Coldplay concert. All right. Now, the CEO, he wound up resigning from his job because of all of the public scrutiny that he was receiving. And now his side piece, as you guys can see on my screen, Christian Kabat, has resigned as an astronomer's HR chief following the infamous Coldplay concert incident. Okay. So she left her job as well. Okay. Because of the public scrutiny she also has been receiving. They've been really going in on them. Like, this situation went viral where they probably told their spouses, hey, we're going to be working late tonight, you know, and they asses wound up at a Coldplay concert and wound up on the Megatron, and everybody saw them and they were embarrassed. They tried to duck down and hide, but everybody got their face on there. The wife of the CEO saw that, and she's now looking to divorce him. They have 4 children together. She's also married as well. This woman on my screen, while she was cheating with the CEO, just purchased a $3 million home with her husband, not even, they said, a couple months ago. So it sounds like she was in a very exclusive situation as well, with marriage. And now they fucked up their relationships and marriages over each other. So my question is, are they going to now try to be together? Okay, kind of like the who's the people on the, what's the couple on the news thing that they were cheating with each other and now they're together? Are these people going to do the same thing? That's weird, right? So you done messed up every day. There they go, honey. Y'all remember this is this is a viral moment. So he had to step down because, you know, of all the scrutiny, you know, that he was also in a negative press that was coming, you know, behind him in terms of the company. They didn't want him, probably didn't even want his ass there. They probably gonna fire him. So he probably stepped down to avoid being fired. And then she has also announced that she has stepped down as well. So hey, I guess the lesson behind this is don't be out cheating. Don't be out cheating. I keep saying it. If you're in a situationship, relationship, marriage, and it's not working well, leave the relationship. It's okay. Maybe you're just unequally yoked with that person, and the situation is just not going the way it should go. Maybe you guys aren't meant to be together. That's a normal thing, but it's the way you go about it. Just don't be in a marriage and then go out, lie to your spouse, and then go out and tell your spouse that you're, you know, going to be working late, or you got this going on, or you got to handle some business, and you're really out with this other person. Because hey, karma has a way of catching up, and your ass gonna eventually get caught. And this is what happened to these people here. And now you're facing probably a huge $1 million divorce that's getting ready to probably break the both of you over a moment. So yeah, get your life, honey. Moving along. Birdman and Toni Braxton are in the news. Y'all know that they are married. It was very shocking when it was originally announced. Y'all know Toni is very private, honey. You ain't gonna really know nothing about Toni unless Toni shared. But if you guys watch Braxton Family Values, you did see Birdman on there. Okay. What's tea today? Thanks for this update. Okay. And also neighborhood talk. So as you guys can see on my screen, Toni Braxton is seeking 160 million in her divorce from Birdman. So she they're saying that they were only married like a couple months, I think it was, and she decided well, actually 2 weeks. They were married 2 weeks, and she decided after 2 weeks of marriage to Birdman that she wanted to get a divorce. So let's get into what it's saying here, because I think everybody is shocked that they were even together. But, she was like, she loved herself some Brian. She calls him Brian because that's his government name, child. And I'm not sure why they got married. You went from being married to Toni. What's his name? Carrie Lewis. I mean, you married to Carrie Lewis with his fine ass to Birdman with all these fucking tattoos on his face. A nigga out here tongue kissing men. Y'all, his videos out here, him tongue kissing Lil Wayne. And this is who you choose to be married to. Go off. All right, so let's get into it, child. Yeah, anybody out there got a man who out here tongue kissing another man? Like, you got to be... Is the pickings that slim? I don't know. I ain't been out there in a minute. Damn. So it says that after almost 20 years together, R&B legend Toni Braxton and rapper Birdman quietly got married in August of 2024, only for Toni to file for divorce just 2 weeks later, claiming their relationship was irretrievably broken. It says that the surprising twist, it says that she is reportedly asking for 160 million, half of Birdman's estimated wealth. Child. You only been married a short time, Toni. You think you're going to get that much money out of him for that short time? Now, it says that Birdman, visibly affected by interviews, okay, referred to the separation as the greatest mistake of his life, expressing his belief and love is merely an idea and pledging never to trust again. So he like, bitch, after this, I'm never getting married, okay? Because Toni done took my damn money. Said that although the divorce petition was dismissed in early 2025, the sensational circumstances of their brief union and the substantial financial stake continue to make headlines. All right. It said it's a narrative of love, legacy, and loss unfolding in the spotlight with millions at stake. Now, I was reading up on another publication that says that Toni still wants to go through with the divorce. She no longer wants to be with Birdman. It sounds like the situation, because sometimes you can date a person, but as soon as you get married, the shit don't work out. I've seen situations like that. I have a friend like that. She and her man was together for years. I was like, damn, y'all ever get married? But, marriage is not for everybody. But as soon as they wound up going and they went to the courthouse and made it official, very shortly after that, they wound up breaking up. I was like, damn, y'all get together and can stay together for years dating. And as soon as you say, I do, the shit just go left and you break up. And it's like they kind of damn near hate each other now. I was like, this shit is weird. Because when I tell you, we used to hang out all the time. And then to see them and their dynamic, because they have a child together as well. But to see them, it's like they can't stand to be in the same room or even look at each other. But as long as they were dating, baby, they was in love. Every time you saw them, they were at the hip, joined at the hip. But as soon as they said, I do at that fucking courthouse, everything just went downhill. And it seems like this is what it is with Birdman and Toni, where they've been together for they said almost 20 years. And as soon as they run and get married to make their relationship official, things just go left and they fall out of love with each other. So now Toni, who's filed for bankruptcy quite a few times, she said, let me go ahead and secure this bag right quick, honey. And she is asking Birdman for 160 million in their divorce. All right. Let me look at some of these comments because y'all look like y'all going off about this topic. Let me see. Somebody said, girl, Schoolboy said, Lord Toni, I need pain. It's right. That's got to be some pain and stuff from rolling over and looking at his ass in the morning. Baby, I'll be asking for 200 million. You're going to have to up that. You're going to have to up that 160 on up to 200 million, bitch, because that ain't nothing to look at. That thing look like a seal, a tatted up seal with some shades on, rolling over looking at his ass in the morning. Hell to the motherfucking now. All right, so let me get back to what do y'all think about it? What do y'all think? I see y'all going, they said if it's broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I said that Toni is a scammer to me. She uses men for money to me. Let me say this, because I didn't like the way she did Carrie Lewis. All right. I feel like whenever she got sick and things kind of got, a little tight money wise or whatever, I feel like she walked away from her husband in a moment where she really needed him. But because he didn't have that money, Toni's about that money. Toni likes to have a certain lifestyle. Okay. Y'all remember Oprah called her ass out when she did that interview when she sat with Oprah and she was saying, hey, yeah, I'm in bankruptcy, but I have $1 million table settings and shit like that. Y'all remember? And Oprah was like, you doing that and you in bankruptcy? Like you buying $1 million plates and stuff and you over here filing for bankruptcy? And she was embarrassed by it. She was saying that she felt that Oprah kind of low-key called her out and disrespected her a little bit. But Toni is about that almighty dollar, honey. So if she's with a man, he absolutely got to have his money up. And I ain't mad at it. Because don't nobody want no broke ass man. Because you have a certain lifestyle. You want to live, things you want to do, places you want to go. You like to shop and all those things. You want to ride nice. You want to go places 5-star and all that. And that's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the way she did her ex-husband, Kerry Lewis, like they were together for a minute. They got 2 sons together. And as soon as Toni got sick and Kerry, wasn't touring as much with mint condition, his money wasn't as long as it used to be. So she decided, oh, this doesn't work for me anymore. I want a divorce. But then after you divorced him, you were still fucking him. He was still coming to your house. It was on the show because Tamar walked in and Kerry had just left and Toni was looking all disheveled. Her wig was disheveled. You could tell that her and Kerry had just finished having sex. You could tell. So like you didn't want to stay married to him, but he could still come and drop some dick off a time or two. Like, I don't know. He was good enough for that. I was like, what the hell? Y'all remember on the show? So then you leave Kerry Lewis, a fine ass individual, okay, and be with Birdman. Okay. He must be a good kitty licker because I don't know. I don't know. The nigga he's not fine to me. But Toni, like I said, Toni liked that money. She liked the lifestyle. Birdman, he got some money, but baby, he done tongue kissed more men than he did women, I think. I mean, he couldn't kiss me. You done had your tongue down Lil Wayne throat. You ain't about to kiss me. When they say you may not kiss the bride, bitch, you better kiss my hand. You ain't about to kiss in my mouth after you done tongue down Lil Wayne. Ugh, and we just saw how that mouth looked. Child. They said this Brian, right? The schoolboy said this Brian like kitty. Child, he might like both. Because I'm just saying, I don't put it past these niggas these days. Where they out here kissing men and hugged up and all that. I don't know. That's some weird work for me. But so we'll see, child, if Toni get this 160 million. Because that's a mess, okay? That's a mess. Let me get him off my screen, child, because that's stressing me out. All right. That's stressing me out. Damn, I'm about to have to pour something out for the homies behind that. Good God. All right, so I don't know I just don't know how she look at it. He must have that slick. He must have, y'all heard how some men just can talk you out your drawers. He must be that type of nigga where he just talk to her and her drawers just hit the floor. He just say Toni and she look down and her drawers is just on the floor. It might be that for them. I don't know. It might be that, y'all. Have y'all ever met somebody just a smooth talker like that? They ain't really a looker, but they a smooth talker. And they just say the least little thing to you, and you just melt to the point where your drawers just hit the floor. You be like, bitch, it's in my drawers. The fuck happened? Okay. You might have to put some duct tape around your drawers when you around this nigga so your drawers don't be on the floor. But let's move along. Somebody else who should have taped their drawers up, child, so they wouldn't be in this damn situation is that damn Porsha. Running around here with Yoda, aka Simon ass, who is still, after they divorce, this nigga still doing interviews, sitting down with Michelle ATL, and shout out to her. All right, the shit is over on the Bravo Shade Room. Now we about to talk about it. Simon says, like the song, Simon says that when he received a DM from Porsha that she was with Shamir at the time, she says that he is not sure if Shamir told Porsha to send the DM, but said that their first date in a private room that Shamir and her husband were present. I told you guys that Shamir and her husband had something to do with hooking up Simon and Porsha. So they both out here trying to get them some African men. It just so happens that Shamir found one that really had some wealth, and so she hit the jackpot. And I feel like Porsha is feeling a little bitter because her man didn't turn out to be what she thought it was going to be. Because y'all know they be looking for these African men with some good money. Kenya Moore, she done been over to Africa to try to find her one. At one point, Phaedra was trying to date an African guy. That shit didn't work out, but Shamir hit the jackpot because her man got some money. He's a family man. They appear to be in love. They just celebrated another wedding anniversary. So kudos to them, child. You can't tell nobody who to love. But let's get into what Simon says. Okay.
First time I ever interacted with Porsha was at my home.
God.
when they came in to film and introduced my ex-wife at the time.
And I see you laid it out for us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, solid.
That makes me want to get married all over again. What did he say? And that's when we had the fist bump, and that was real. We'd never met prior. I mean, we've never spoken to each other. We've been in the same area, in the same vicinity. We have mutual friends, but we've never interacted with each other until she showed up at my doorstep. So when I filed for divorce from that situation and became public, I actually was in Costa Rica, at my home in Costa Rica, when I, got a DM from her. And it was one line, "I'm praying for you and your family." And I laughed at the time. I was, in the middle of drinking at the time. I said to myself a couple of times, I said, something about the first time I ever interacted.
So y'all hear that? He's saying the first time he ever interacted with her, she was hanging out with Shamia. Porsha hit him with, in the DMs talking about she want to pray with him and she's sorry about all the shit he was going through. Y'all know she was trying to butter him up, sitting back watching, knowing that he and Fallon had broken up. So that was her way to come in terms of using God. So she was trying to be missionary Porsha, honey, so she could be in the missionary position. Do I need to say that shit again? She was trying to be missionary Porsha so she could be in a missionary position with this African who she thought that he had a lot of money, which he does. Simon got a little coin upon him, and Porsha was trying to have it upon her. But she used the Lord in order to wedge her way up in there, child. Okay.
The bad decisions that I've made, what was I doing when I made those decisions? And they had one common thread. I was drinking tequila. And so I guess, when
tequila from the bar.
I stopped drinking tequila, at least if I have to make, decisions, important decisions, I don't drink anymore. But for the most part, I entertained it because I've been drinking. And I said to myself, I said, this is going to be interesting. And I would say I pushed on and said, where are you? And she said she was in Atlanta. And turns out she was with Shamir at the St. Regis.
Turns out she was with Shamir. Who is Shamir? Shamir. That sounds like a dude name, right? Sounds like she was with Shamir.
Okay, I got a question. If you came back in another life, what would you want to be? Well, I like to keep it white, so I'd probably be, a stalker.
So some of the bad decisions that I've made. And I don't know what conversation they had. If Shamir was the one who suggested she DM me or she did it on her own, I'm not sure what happened. But the first date we ever sat down and ate in a private room, Shamir and her husband were there.
Ciao.
Y'all see this setup? It sounds like Shamir was behind this bullshit now. Because Shamir's husband, it said, it was very, very close good friends with Simon. So they very much knew who the hell Simon was. But they were trying to do this little link up, maybe so they could be besties with two African men out here, because Shamir had already done, latched on to her husband, who's very wealthy. Y'all see where they live? They live in a $7 or $9 million home in Atlanta. Driving, with the double R's and the headrests and whatnot. Okay. So Porsha was trying to get her ass there after she was married to Cordell, and he threw her ass out, and she didn't get shit out of the divorce. Okay. So now meeting Simon is given that Shamir is the setup person between the two of them. So maybe this is why there's so much tension between them, because maybe deep down Porsha low-key kind of is upset that things didn't work out. Or maybe she feels like, hey, maybe you didn't tell me this about Simon. You done hooked me up with this nigga and you ain't tell me that the nigga was like this. Well, you should have waited and dated him longer. You were in a hurry to marry him to secure the bag. And now look at you, girl.
So it was, and I think I don't know if we ever released any pictures on that particular first date. I think it was somewhere around April 17th or thereabout. And we took a picture, we memorialized it, we took a picture, we took videos. And so Shamir and Gerald were present at our first date.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that, thanks for clearing that up.
Hold on. I've never said I introduced Porsha to Simon. They themselves have even said that they met in each other's DMs.
I heard that too. I heard that
Well,
you introduced
hear a lot of.
But that's not what Simon just said. So why Shamia now trying to backpedal and coochie pop like her ass was not there or in the middle of it? Porsha, she just kind of being quiet, like she's trying to save Shamia and not kind of blast her and put, you know, the business out there. But to hear Simon just tell it that Shamia was completely in the middle of the two of them meeting and almost like they introduced each other. Like Shamia came up and through there and introduced them. Okay, and then kind of opened the door for, you know, missionary Porsha to slide her ass up in them DMs talking about some, can I pray with you? You know, can I pray with you? Then I want to lay with you. Okay, that's what she was talking about in the damn DMs. Hi, Simon, you know, hallelujah. It's me, missionary Porsha. Glory, hallelujah. Hold on, let me find my oil. She was on that shit. Okay. You don't retch, like the old people say, you don't retch through the phone and put that oily cross across his damn forehead, okay? And you put a cross down there, put some oil down there on that old dry ass wop that your ass was sitting on. Because they done told, I'm pretty sure Shamil done told your ass that Simon had some money. So you down there anointing your wop. And you done reach through the damn phone and put that oily cross on his forehead so you can get up in his damn pockets. And now he ain't gonna leave your ass alone. And every chance he get, he gonna do a fucking interview to embarrass the fuck out of you because you didn't do your damn homework on this nigga and you was in a hurry to jump in a situation thinking you was about to be living like Shamia over there. Let's continue.
So I'm telling you now, I did not introduce them.
In Nashville, you said, I introduced Simon to Porsha.
No.
She's my best friend.
Shamia, are you lying on stage right here, girl? Because that's what it's giving me. It's giving, girl, that you're sitting here, all right, with your Ike Turner bob on, girl, because you're looking like Ike Turner sitting right here. You're looking like Ike Turner in drag, and you're lying because you just said, Simon just said, not that we believe everything Simon says, but it gives that you were, you know, the middle person here and was setting folk up. And this shit didn't work out. So now it's like that. Now that they're divorced and the situation's blowing up, you don't want no parts and you don't want to be attached to the negativity when you help put the negativity to damn together.
No, I
And
didn't.
then you went
I
on the
definitely
tangent.
supported Porsha for sure with Simon. I thought they were a beautiful couple, and that's what it was.
That's
No.
Did
How were they a beautiful couple when Simon was still married to Fallon when the two of them actually hooked up? How was that? So now you're promoting hooking a person up or hooking your friend up with a man who is known to be married because he got a coin in hopes that she come up like you did, Shamia? Because I promise you, nobody didn't really give a fuck about who Shamia was until she became who she is right now. I mean, she had a little flair, as they say back in the day, because she, you know, she was a cheerleader with the Hawks, and nobody didn't give a fuck then. But you really, you know, came into your own after you married Gerald. And Gerald, you know, started, you know, buying you the labels and all that. As y'all saw this season, she was labeled down and let you know, hey, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wear your labels, honey. I'm going to wear mine too. But at the end of the day, I feel like Shamia was trying a little too hard this season. I feel like she was really trying to make people look at her, say, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm tired of being this friend of. Because y'all know friend of, you got to be the supporting actress or the supporting castmate in that situation. So now that she has her peach this season, it's given that maybe she was trying to outshine Porsha a little bit too much. And I done told y'all in my other video. Rumor is she ain't gonna be coming back next season. Rumor is that it was said that Porsha had some conversations with maybe Andy Cohen and production that she didn't want Shamil back next season. Maybe she felt that Shamil was trying to outshine her. I mean, when you trying to pull up with the Balenciaga and another bitch got one that's better than you and you supposed to be the star of the show, that's going to make a bitch feel a certain type of way. When you got the, you know, the Louis Vuittons and, you know, and the nice bags and, you know, Gucci, Prada, Louis, and a bitch step in the room and her shit look better than yours and you the star, it don't feel good. Porsha likes all of the attention. It was understood bringing her back this season that she was supposed to be that girl. So to have Shamil come in, outshine her, having this huge party, her huge birthday party with this new Rolls Royce, that's better than Porscha's. Living in this huge house, that's better than Porscha's. Being in a very stable relationship and or marriage, having a family life, which is something that Porsha has always wanted. And I'm not saying that she's so much jealous of her, but maybe she sees Shamil as almost posing as a threat to the lifestyle that she wanted to present to Bravo. Y'all get where I'm coming from? And don't nobody pop in my comments on no bullshit about Porsha is not jealous of Shamea. It's very possible. It's very possible. Because for you to be friends for 20 years with this person, and it was okay when she didn't have shit and you did, and now that this person came up and got something, and it looks like that she might be kind of walking or stepping past your ass a little bit, and now all of a sudden there's tension between the two, there's some jealousy there. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay to admit that. And let me just break that shit down to you. Anytime you are cool with, or say not cool, if a person got that much beef and or animosity towards you, it's low-key some jealousy there. Jealousy will fuck up a friendship. Jealousy will fuck up a relationship. If you are jealous of a person, 9 times out of 10 it's because they're doing better than you. Shamea is doing better than Porsha. So why is their friendship not where it used to be? When Shamea was a friend of, the two of them were like Siamese twins. But as soon as Shamea married up, and her lifestyle turned into what Porsha always dreamed that hers should be, now the two of them can't stand to be in the room with each other. Porsha got to stare off into space when Shamea is talking and can't even look at her. There's some tension there, and it is deep rooted in jealousy. The roots stem from jealousy, and I don't care what nobody else says. It's my opinion. And if you're watching my show, please don't get under my comments because it's my show. It's at the end of the day, what I have to say matters over here. If you don't feel that way, fine. Put in the comments what you feel. But that ain't right. She ain't jealous. Because I've seen 2-3 comments where people said that shit the other day when I talked about it. What other reason would they have to fall out? It's some underlying jealousy there. Porsha has already said in interviews, I dreamed of having a family life and a husband. And she said it. She wanted that with Simon, and the shit didn't work out. And for her to look at Shamea, and Shamea, instead of having babies by way of surrogacy, she's talking about having another baby. She's still with her husband. They just celebrated another anniversary. She's living in this huge house, driving in nice cars, having a lifestyle, going on expensive vacations. Had a dream wedding. All of this stuff is stuff that Porsha's wanted. This is why she keeps getting into these fast relationships and getting married like she does. Porsha got daddy issues, which is why she chooses the men that she chooses. And that go for anybody else. If you choose a fucked up niggas out here, it's probably because you got daddy issues. Work on that first, because you're going to carry that into the next relationship, and it's going to be fucked up as well. Okay? Period. Let's continue.
Her to say she introduced you, so it wasn't like you crept in as DMs.
Oh no, absolutely not. Listen, I got introduced to him, right? And
you got introduced to him by who? Shamea. Who introduced you? See, I respect the fact that Porsha is trying to help cover up this lie. But at the end of the day, just go ahead and say Shamea hooked y'all up.
It happened, and the heat has been given. Let me carry my heat. All parties have moved on. I got him, okay, and I gave him back. Okay. So let's just leave it there.
No, you didn't give him back, baby. You didn't give him back.
Her to say she introduced you, so it wasn't like you crept in as DMs.
Oh no, absolutely not. Listen, I got introduced to him, right? And it happened, and the heat has been given. Let me carry my heat. All parties have moved on. I got him. Okay, and I gave him back.
Child, you got a whole lot. You got a whole lot in this situation, because Simon is not letting up off your ass, girl. Okay, all right. So hold on, because I think we got one more. Let me stop sharing. I think I got one more, because Simon is not done. So Simon says in this next topic, okay, that he offered to give Porsha 50% of the equity in the home. But she declined that. Okay, see, she was looking for that almighty dollar. Porsha was looking for a get rich quick scheme over here with Simon. Okay, so she gave a little bit, and she was hoping he gave a lot. She went and got his damn teeth fixed. Okay, shaved all that shit off his head. Got that George Jefferson off his damn head, because y'all know his head was fucked up when she made it. He was still trying to hold on to that little piece of hair in the front. Okay. He was balding in certain places. She went out here and fixed him up. Simon, I think that's the best Simon ever looked. The nigga was still ugly, but that's the best he ever looked when he was with Porsha. She fixed him up. Okay. And in return, Simon said that he offered Porsha 50% of the home's equity if she moved out immediately. So it's not like Porsha was like, oh, I was blindsided. Even Simon said the same thing. I feel like the two of them knew that their relationship was going in the dumps. I think Porsha knew it as well. He's saying it, but she refused because she wants to film there. So Porsha wants people to perceive her as this rich individual who still has all of these things. She likes to be seen, and she likes to be seen rich. She did not want to move out of that house because then it would have posed questions like, girl, why you had to move out of your house? Why you don't live there no more, even though you got to move out now? Okay. Says that in past divorces, his ex-wives had 90 days to leave the house. So y'all know Simon's been married 5 times. Okay. Simon has been married 5 times. So he's saying in his past divorces, that's plural, that all of his ex-wives had to be out of his house in 90 days. Now, according to what the judge told Porsha whenever they went for their divorce, she had 36 months to stay in the home that she and Simon shared. His children also lived there as well. I think those children were put out, and just she and her daughter, Pilar, was staying there once Simon got picked up in February by ICE. So it was said in court that Simon was supposed to pay all of said bills related to the house. Okay, everything related to the house, including the car. But I told you guys that Porsha could not renew the tags on the car because the car is leased in Simon's name. He is refusing to give her any paperwork and anything as related because he don't want her to have the car. He didn't want her to film in the car on the show. Okay, it said that she had to go out and lease a car that looks very similar to the one that Simon leased for her because she couldn't drive it. The tags were bad. So she's scrambling to keep up this lifestyle, and it's still blowing up in her face. And Simon is not going to stop talking about it because he's bitter that the judge ordered him to pay her the $40,000 continuously for the next 36 months. And he's refusing since deportation. All right. So it says that after saying that his past wives had to be out of the house in 90 days, he says, but he made an exception for Porsha because he really cared about her. Okay, so it's like he caught feelings and was in love. Porsha was more so in lust with his pockets. I don't believe she ever loved him. I feel like she might have liked him.
Which I find ironic is that what my ex-wife is seeking was offered to her within the first month of filing for divorce. I offered her to give her half the equity in that house, provided that she leaves the house immediately. That I would pay her half the equity in that home. She declined it, and I feel the reason she declined it is because she wanted to film in the house.
Our home is very important to me. It literally was what we both wanted when we envisioned the future. And, I have definitely made it a home.
It was part of the plan.
So him now saying he doesn't want me to film in my home is an issue.
File for the divorce, collect alimony, live in the house for 3 years, at my expense. I get it. Which I find ironic is that what my ex-wife is seeking was offered to her within the first month of filing for divorce. I offered her to give her half the equity in the—
Y'all hear that? He offered half the equity in the home. She refused it. So Porsha was trying to highball Simon, and he saw that. Okay, and because they were married, to be honest with you, she is entitled to have whatever that you accumulate during the marriage. She's automatically due to have. But Simon was trying to offer her, 50% of it, even though he's saying he purchased the home prior to being married to her. She really wasn't due any equity of the home because I don't feel like she put in on the home at all. She's saying that she purchased it with him. He's saying that he purchased the home, and it was before they got married. Okay, so how that works, I'm not too sure, but he was still trying to give her something out of the deal. Porsha was like, I'm not walking away from this with nothing, because I already did this shit with Cordell. Cordell gave Porsha nothing. He packed up all her stuff. He meaning Cordell Stewart, packed up all of Porsha's shit and threw her out of his house. She got nothing. No alimony, no nothing. So she would have educated herself on how she was going to come up off this situation, being with Simon, knowing the type of money he was bringing in. She saw the double R's. She saw the multiple Rolls Royces in the driveway. She saw how he lived, how they traveled. They stayed going somewhere. He stayed going to Costa Rica. He stayed going to Nigeria. He stayed going to Dubai. Simon stayed going. So Porsha enjoyed that lifestyle, and she knew that being with Simon, she was going to get something out of the deal. And I feel like Shamia kind of educated her on who this nigga was because she already knew who he was through her husband. Females talk like that, especially when you introducing your homegirl to somebody who is said to be a nice dude and got a little corn upon him. So you're going to be asking a lot of questions. Porsha is the type of girl who likes the lifestyle. So she's probably done grilled the fuck out of Shamia in terms of who Simon is. Shamia educated her on who Simon is. And I'm pretty sure Gerald, Shamia's husband, did so as well. So Porsha knew what she got while she was with Simon. She knew the nigga was not supposed to be in the U.S. because he outstayed his visa, but she didn't give a fuck. She was about the lifestyle. He is a scammer. She didn't give a damn. She was willing to overlook all of the negative things about Simon in exchange for living how she wanted to live. Let's continue. Music. All right, look at her mom. She is another gold digger. She is another gold digger. All right.
You know, I think that, you know, because that's what I signed up for. But I signed up for came from a position of, if you're not going to be working, you made the determination you no longer want to work. You know, you don't want to be a part of the show anymore. You know, we looked at it from the perspective that you're not going to be working for however many years, and you might need some time, you know, in order to return back to that space. You know, it was something that was kind of contentious for us because in my prior relationship, I owned the house and you had to leave within 90 days. That's what I wanted to do in this particular marriage. That if it doesn't work out, you know, you stay there for X amount of time. My last one was 90 days, and.
Okay, but you didn't do that with Fallon. He moved Fallon out immediately. When he found out Fallon was seeing the dude that she's with now, okay, and y'all know they have 2 children, and she's married to the guy now. He's supposed to be the pool boy. When Simon looked on his cameras and saw that the pool boy, what's his name, Jalen, had been coming to his house messing with Fallon, he moved her out immediately because I covered it. Simon has his own moving company. That's how he moving hoes out. Okay, he telling you, all right, you got 90 days. And if you don't move out within 90 days, he has his own moving company. He moved Fallon out immediately with his moving company and threw her shit in storage and told her she had X amount of time to get her shit up out of there. So he had her out immediately. But Porsha, y'all remember there was a situation with Porsha where I think it was she had to come over there with like security or something like that, because when they were fighting, she and Simon were fighting, and Porsha brought security to the house, and Simon was saying something about somebody was trying to that the security got a little rough with him or something like that, or was trying to intimidate and had a piece on him coming to the house because Simon wanted Porsha out. So this situation been a mess. This has been a mess. But yeah, this nigga got his own moving company. Simon is a hot mess. And
collect whatever, you know, we agree upon and be gone. But in this matter, I made an exception because I really cared about this person. And that's one thing about me. If I care about you, I'm going to treat you well, whether you're with me or not. Mm-hmm. The last situation, it was I didn't have to pay for that person to live where they live. I paid a whole year for her boyfriend, and her baby to live. I didn't have to do that. What I was trying to do was say, hey, okay, if after work, you know, been in this marriage 5 years, 10 years.
Y'all hear that? So when Fallon got threwed up, child, not thrown out, but threwed out. When Fallon got threwed out, Simon says for a whole year he paid for Fallon's lifestyle for 1 year. That's very big of him to do. I wouldn't have did that shit. You go out here and cheat with a nigga and get pregnant, and I'm paying for a whole year for you to be with a nigga? I absolutely do not think so.
It doesn't work out. Well, you would have been out of the spotlight for a good amount of time. And if that's all the skill sets you have of being in front of a camera.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Mama.
It would not be, it would be the right thing to do to give her time to ramp up to that. And that's how we ended up with 36 months. And
y'all hear that? So he was saying he was trying to do the noble thing in terms of giving Porsha the 36 months to get herself together. He was trying to be nice, maybe because she is a mom. She does have I think her daughter is like 6 now. She does have a daughter who is 6 years old. He didn't want to just throw her out on the streets. Well, she wouldn't have been on the streets because she can go back and stay in her house that she allows her mom, Diane, to live in until she figures out her next move. Because she does still have a home. So it's not like she's going to be on the streets if he did that. But I feel like he was trying to be the bigger person in this, knowing that he was heartbroken. He really loved Porsha. But I feel like Porsha was more in love with his money. And he didn't want to just throw her out. So he was trying to do the right thing. As he said, he gave his ex-wife 90 days. He said, hey, the judge said 36 months. He thought about that shit. Like, you know what? No, the fuck, I'm not going to do that. Y'all going to deport me as well. So he's bitter. He's mad. He's like, y'all going to deport me? Fuck that. I ain't giving her shit. And I'm not giving you the paperwork to go and renew those tags. He's like, bitch, no. You're not going to ride around on me. Nope. You're not going to have another nigga. Dennis ain't getting ready to be driving my Rolls Royce. Because Dennis was steady coming up over there, spending nights and everything up in Simon's house. So Simon was like, no, I already did that with Fallon. I already paid for 1 year for this bitch to be out here with the same nigga that she went out here and cheated on me with for 1 year, paid for her to stay in her home with him. I'm not about to do that shit again. He's already made it very clear he is not paying her shit, even though the judge ordered it. How are they going to enforce it if he's deported in Nigeria? How are they going to enforce him paying her the $40K a month for 36 months while he is deported in Nigeria? He ain't about to do that. And I feel like that's why Porsha moved and is planning to move, because it said that she's looking for somewhere else to go. And I can pull that back up because we got that too. Let me put it back up for you guys. Let me go ahead and acknowledge this this post. Okay. Thank you, Mods, for let me know. Tanya White, thank you so much, love. She says that hey Rail, said that your grind should really be studied out here in these YouTube streets. Said that you are not playing and you are intentional and you are strategic, and we are here for you. I appreciate the love. I really appreciate it. Listen, as tired as I am, I've been turning up on vacation, but I said, you know what? I need to tap in with my people. And hey, we are in different time zones and all of that. But listen, we still come in and do what we gotta do. Okay, we do what we gotta do. I get up early. It don't matter. I've been going late, whatever, in order to get this out and stay connected with you guys. Because I know some of you guys are used to watching me in the morning. That's your morning, fix. Y'all are sipping your coffee and your tea, honey, and y'all are listening to the show. So I want you guys to still be able to get that. Okay. And I'm trying to get better with that. Even though I'm on vacation, I always take my laptop so that I can still give you guys a show. I don't want y'all to go without your Caramel Rail fix, okay? Because I know y'all love me down and I love y'all too. So thank you so much, Tanya White, for that comment, okay? And thank you, Miles, for bringing that to my attention, okay? Yes, honey. Yes, because y'all know Caramel loves you guys. But let's continue, honey. Let's continue. Let me pull up where I was showing you guys that Porsha is now getting ready to be moving up out of that house. Because she can't be able to afford it. She can't afford that. The upkeep and all that shit going on, she cannot afford it. Let me pull it up for you guys, okay? Because I still got it. I didn't delete it. Give me 1 second. Here you go. Yes, for the receipts, honey. Yes. All right. Thank you. Shout out to BFV fans. It said that Porsha Williams revealed that she will be moving out of her $7 million home purchased in 2023 by her estranged husband. Y'all hear that? By her estranged husband, not by her. Simon Gouffradia is what I named him. Said that Porsha stated that the home has 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Simon was making the payments on the home before he was detained by ICE for immigration proceedings. Porsha has already started looking at cheaper homes that could possibly, or that she can possibly afford on her own. Okay, she can't stay there. That's a beautiful home. I think it's in Duluth, Georgia. I think it is. Beautiful home, but she cannot afford to stay in that $7 million home. Okay, you got to keep the grass cut and all this other stuff going on. Maintenance for a $7 million home is a lot. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about the mortgage on that bitch, which is probably like $30,000-$40,000 a month. And hell, if you're giving her $40K a month, she gonna have to pull from somewhere else, which she is on a few Bravo shows. She's getting ready to be on Traders. She just wrapped up Real Housewives of Atlanta. She does have her bedding and sheet line, and I think she does have her hair her wigs and stuff like that she sells. But you know, in order to keep up a lifestyle like that, you got to have some real money coming in, and that shit got to come in every month consistently, or you know, it's gonna be a leak in your building somewhere. All right. So she gonna have to downgrade. She gonna have to downgrade her lifestyle until she run up on the next nigga with some money. That's what she gonna have to do. All right. And Simon has made it clear, baby, you're not about to live off of me. NT more. And I know it, I know that ain't how you say it, but NT more. You're not living off me anymore. So figure it out and move along. All right. But that is our show for this morning, guys, because I gotta get going. Oh no, I got one more. I'm sorry, I got one more topic. Look at me trying to rush out of here. Let me get this last topic, child. Let's take this down. See my dedication? See my dedication? Child. All right, so let's get this last topic because we do got to talk about, but we do have to talk about Shannon Sharpe. I already told you guys that the Becky, honey, that took his ass to court, that sued him for the 50 million. She did not get 50 million, but they've now disclosed how much she did get from Shannon Sharpe, and she came up off a nigga. You hear me? That's some expensive coochie. I'm sorry. Baby, you are sitting on $1 million WAP. If you are able to walk away with $23 million, Miss Gabby Zaninga was a OnlyFans model who was out here doing some very sadistic sexual things with Shannon Sharpe, okay? Putting chains around your WAP and jumping up and down on that thing. She was doing, they said they were doing some very kinky type shit. Okay, so you might have had some handcuffs across your booty cheeks, okay, and one across his damn earlobe, and y'all was in there getting down. I don't know. I just made that up. I ain't never did it. So don't nobody be trying me in the comments. I'm like, Cameron, you do that? Girl, I never did it, but I might try it. Okay. I'll try almost anything once. Okay. Okay. She was jumping off the ceiling fan and down on his nose or something like that. I don't know. Hell. Okay. You flapping your booty cheeks up in his face. Okay, while you had your face somewhere, I don't know, girl. I don't know. But so it said the Shannon Sharpe, honey, allegedly paid a total of $23 million to Gabby Zaninga, which was more than he made in the NFL career. Y'all hear that? It said that she retired from OnlyFans after the settlement. Bitch, I would too. I'm not clapping nothing but my hands when I go to the bank. You hear me? I'm not clapping anything but my hands after I leave the bank. Like, bitch, yes, a bitch done came up. Okay. That's the only thing I'm clapping, bitch. I'm not clapping booty cheeks anymore after 23 million. You hear me? All right. You looking for me on OnlyFans? Bitch, no, you're going to be the only fan because I'm off that bitch. Okay. Moving on. So according to Industry Blitz, now in April of 2025, okay, Sharpe faced a civil lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zaninga, initially known as Jane Doe. All right. Now in Nevada, seeking over 50 million in damages for alleged sexual assault and emotional abuse. Girl. Was he putting it down like that? Okay. Abusing the WAP, my lord, said that his legal team confirmed that he offers Zaninga at least 10 million in a pre-suit settlement attempt, which she declined before filing the case. She was like, bitch, no, I know I can get more out of you. Nope. She done been laid up in that bed when they were pillow talking, and she done watched this nigga when he went on his mobile app to look at his account. She was like, bitch, you sitting on that? So when he tried to offer her that 10 million, she was like, I shall not, nigga. Come again. All right, nigga, you better carry the one times square and carry another one. You ain't about to give me no 10 million. And you done been putting peen in my ear and every damn where else. You better come again. All right. Or you won't come again. You better come again or you won't come again. All right. So it said that on July 18th of 2025 that the case was settled confidentially and dismissed with prejudice, meaning it is permanently closed and cannot be refiled. Now, the financial terms of the settlement were never disclosed publicly. Now, it says that days later, Zaninga announced her retirement from OnlyFans, fueling speculations that the settlement may have been significant. But again, no specific figures were shared until now. Okay. And I looked on several publications and it says that she received $23 million, which is more than the nigga made in the NFL. I don't understand why they don't go on and just get somebody who is going to be like a day one type of chick that's going to hold him down while he is, handling his businesses versus somebody that you got to pay to play type of girl. Okay, those pay to play type of girls will bankrupt your ass if you rub them the wrong way. Literally. Okay. And it's obvious that this young woman knew who the fuck she was fooling with Shannon. All right. And Shannon obviously like those young girls that he can control in the bedroom. But this one, she outsmarted his ass and she kept receipts while she was doing it. Okay. Literally. Literally, while the nigga was behind her, she pressed record on his ass, and she had so much damn evidence that the nigga could not refute it in court, and wound up having to pay this young Becky with the good hair $23 million. That's some expensive wop for your ass. So all the ass you ate, nigga, you still had to turn around and pay $23 million for your bad deeds out here. You should have got you a good old black woman, okay? And that's what I keep saying about these damn athletes and these damn millionaires that get into the industry. Y'all don't want a black woman because y'all feel like we're greedy. It's not that. We just don't take y'all bullshit and we don't let y'all talk crazy to us, okay? We're going to give you some wop. We're going to cook for you, nigga. You going to eat. Your clothes going to get washed. The house going to be clean. The children going to be taken care of. But what we're not going to put up with is your bullshit and you thinking you our daddy versus our man, okay? Yeah, we ain't going to do that. Now, them little young Becky's, okay, Shannon. Or, oh, Michelle. Because y'all know the other girl was Michelle that he got caught on video with. This nigga keep getting caught on video. Tell them hoes to leave their phones in the mailbox. Shit. That would have saved you $23 million. Them hoes, tell them hoes, you coming over here? Stop by the mailbox, leave your phone in there. And when you get ready to leave, pick that bitch up. You ain't bringing no phone up in here. You ain't learned shit from Michelle. And Michelle ass out talking, and now this girl here out talking, and she done walked away with $23 million of this man's money. But that is a very expensive lesson that he had to learn, and I ain't mad at it. I'm glad the bitch got his money because, Shannon, you should have learned better, okay? You should have picked a nice, good black woman to be by your side, and you wouldn't have been dealing with this bullshit, okay? Yeah. You wouldn't been dealing with that bullshit. But so yeah, you done retired a OnlyFans model out here. That is unheard of. But what y'all think about it? You can put it in the chat, child. Put all the comments in there about all the topics that we talked about today. All right, we had the Braxton Family Values trailer that we shared with you guys where Toni is bucking up on Tamar, child. We also talked about Rashida admitting that she allowed Kirk's baby mama, former side piece, to sleep in their home. And we also talked about Jeannie Mai reminiscing about her baby that Jeezy snatched from her. We talked about the CEO side piece stepping down from her job after being publicly scrutinized. We also talked about Toni Braxton and Birdman, and Toni Braxton coming after $160 million from Birdman in their upcoming divorce because she want to get away from his tatted up ass. Okay. And we also talked about Simon Gouffradia, and how his situation went down with Porsha. Okay. And we also just reviewed Shannon Sharpe's side piece walking away with that good old $23 million. Go ahead and put in the chat what you guys think about those topics and how you feel. All right. Of course, you guys know I do read the comments and I do respond to as many as I can. Yeah, go ahead and do that for me if you can. Let me go ahead and do my thank you so we can get out of here. KBR, my mods. Let me talk to my mods right quick. KBR, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, Tyra, True TV Podcast. Thank you guys for doing an awesome job of keeping the trolling down. Okay, we didn't even have to do a jam session today. Let's see. For my content creators, I saw Schoolboy, Purple Unicorn, Simple Mom Family TV, Astute Queen B, Sunny Days. Mods, please let me know, update me if there's any more content creators that stop by that I may have missed in my thank yous. They say Michelle coming for that bag next. Hey, okay, come on, Michelle. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad because nigga, you should have chose better. You should have chose. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Bankrupt all these fucking athletes that choose a white woman over a sister. I'm just saying, get all that shit. Get it. I ain't mad. Schoolboy. Yeah, we said Schoolboy. Shout out to Schoolboy in the house. All right. That's the homie. Y'all go check Schoolboy out and all these content creators. All right. Schoolboy's over there on Instagram. Check out all the other content creators that we mentioned on YouTube as well. And y'all support. Please go over there. Don't do them like you do me. Go over there and hit the like button and support. Okay. Because it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay. Yes. All right. So y'all have a wonderful Friday. I will be tapping back in with you guys a little bit later. I'll be moving around today, doing some things and whatnot. Okay. Y'all know I'm gonna always make time for you guys on vacation or anywhere for that matter. Cause y'all are family now. Y'all know I love y'all. Some of y'all be doing too much, but I love y'all. Okay. So y'all have a good day. And until the next video, honey, let's get out of here. Bye.